Hi guys, Joseph here. Today we're doing another Joseph car video, and today we're doing another video on my 2002 Volvo V70, and today we're going to be showing you how to change the clutch. This video does not cover how to take the gearbox out. I have an entire video which completely is dedicated for gearbox removal and reinstall, so I do have a separate film. If you want to see I have a full detailed video on gearbox removal. If you want to see that, I'll put a card up on the screen right now for you. You can go ahead and watch that. But in this film, I'll give you a little overview on how to take the gearbox out. So let's get over to the car and we'll give you a little overview on how the box comes out. But it's not a full detail. I have a full film for a full detail on it. Let's get over to the car right now. Right guys, start by disconnecting the negative terminal. Then we're going to undo the positive. Let's get that off. And now we're going to slide the battery along, which is done with a 13mm. So hold down bracket. Then just slide the battery along. Then we're going to undo the air intake piping. There you go, get that out of the way. I'm just going to remove the heat pipe to the exhaust manifold.
Metal hose
the
there,
airbox.
just got to take that off. Try not to split it.
There you go.
I took this out of the scrapyard because the one was all ruined. Get that out of the way.
Remove the top of the airbox and mess it, and just lift up.
It's going to be a bit of a tug to get it.
There you go, just gives a good tug. Try not to lift your fuse box.
Loosen it.
Be careful not to tear your throttle body wire.
That's there for the connector out all the way.
Just getting the wiring out of the way there.
Out we come.
Just one good firm pull up and that's that out. And that can get your box out of your way. And obviously, yeah, I did forget, don't pull on your throttle body wire. This is now obviously taking the throttle body off. Detach the selector cables. Just pull that up. Be careful not to bend that clip too much.
That's that up. Obviously, it'll be easier for you if you're not filming this.
Yeah, obviously, undo that
when you pull
cable.
that out.
Then just undo the two bolts and lift the cables off the gearbox.
What we can then do is get fully out of the way.
Now,
That point. Get them
so yeah,
right
just
out
lift
of the way.
the selector cables out of the way, so I can work a bit easier. Obviously, just pull the starter motor off here. I've already removed the throttle body, and that little green dot right there, guys, is actually where you can put a little drill bit in to lock the crankshaft. I would put that in and lock that crankshaft before messing with the clutch and flywheel, because you don't want to hydraulically lock your engine or lose compression, because that's what happened last time. So make sure you don't end up. This is actually a picture I found on the internet, because I didn't get a decent picture of my own engine, because obviously, yes, that's a different flywheel. But obviously, yes, you just loosen that. I'm not sure what size that is. But yeah, you just do it in the 4 arrows that you just see. Now just undo all the bolts and lift the cross brace off the top of the engine. Take the wheel off. Drain the gearbox oil. Obviously, if you're reusing the box, undo the fill bolts, check that you can loosen it. Doesn't really matter. Here we go. Out we come. Undo the drop link. Get that out your way. Undo the brake caliper. Yes, I've already loosened the drive shaft bolt up already. Yeah, undo that first. There you go. I'm just going to rest now. Remove the brake disc. Now just undone the 2 knuckle ball joint bolts, and obviously get that out of the way. Get that dropped. Now just undoing the strut, just getting that out of the way. Obviously now trying to pull the drive shaft, I ended up using a crowbar to pull this out. Obviously I didn't get it on camera. Obviously it just takes a bit of a tug. Right guys, got the shaft removed. I had to use a selection of tools to get this one out. But finally got it out, the gearbox. I just took a pull and it's popped straight up for me. Now get rid of that shield out of the way. Right guys, I just took out the 3 14mm bolts which let this mount free. Right, there we go. Ready. There you go. Right guys, to remove the clutch, we're going to start by undoing all these 6 T40 bolts. I'm doing it from up top. Now it's going to be tough because the engine will like to spin. Here we go. And then again with the next one, what I'm going to do, and I'm sort of doing is it might be better to do it than here. That one wasn't. So yeah, so I'm just a little tough. So now the rest should come off by hand. Well, yeah, I'm just going to pause. I've loosened those off there. So yeah, just make sure you do loosen it off. See what they got some Loctite on that. This is, we'll see if we've got an original clutch in here. Pressure plate's definitely not original, because original would have Volvo, so I doubt this is the original one to the car. In my case, I do doubt I have the original. Maybe you might just done the pressure plate and not done the clutch. I'm hoping I do find an original clutch in there. I'm not very high hopes. I don't have very high hopes. I'm going to give this a bit of a pull just to be prepared. These are heavier than you think they are. So right, maybe I'm gonna go and put a glove on or some sort. Might grip on the top. So here you go, guys. Here's our old clutch. Actually, I probably could even reuse this clutch, but the only reason I'm replacing my clutch is the gearbox I've bought don't fit this clutch. But look at the amount of meat on that clutch. This is why this has got plenty left in that. So if I could have probably easily reused this clutch. And flywheel side, you'll have flywheel side LUK. This isn't marked Volvo anywhere, so if you look on the other side, nah. So from what I can see, this isn't the original clutch to the vehicle. Flywheel side sits like that. There's our clutch. Now there's some preventative maintenance, and the next will be to do is renew the rear main seal, but I'm going to pause and go and find what size that is. Just breaking the 12mm triple spline bolts. We don't have a crankshaft locking tool, so we're just using a screwdriver against some of the other bolts. There's nothing in that. There isn't that one. Be careful, there's only one bolt left in the flywheel now.
Which way? Where is
At the bottom, there's only one left. So maybe put that.
down here?
No. One further up. Other way. There. There's nothing, no bit on your impact. So it's going to fall if you undo that one.
There's a pin on the back of it, there you see.
Apparently, so I don't want to chance it though. You're not gonna... You're not in anything.
No. They're all gone now.
Yeah, nothing in it. Just put 2 bolts back in the flower just so we can bang it a bit so it doesn't just fall. He's going from the top. Just got the final bolt removed. Don't lose the order of that. Oh yeah, there is. There's actual, guys, you can't actually mess this one up because there is actually a locator pin. Mine still looks relatively dry, but I'm going to change it preventatively. Right, we're just going to change the rear mirror. So my granddad's up top and he's going to actually pull the seal out here. He's going to drill a little pilot hole in it. Right, just pulled the crank seal out. But he's put a bigger screw in it and it pushed it out.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go. Right guys, just putting in the crank seal now. We've just got to try and loop it in. Don't bend it. Got to be light with it. You don't want it to fold.
I'm not tall enough.
Just tapping the new seal in.
See.
There we go. We're pushed in, guys. We are.
Oh, pins down here. Is that it?
Yeah, we're in.
Is that it?
Yeah. We're putting in some new bolts. I'll put a few old ones in. Yes, we're just taking old bolts out to put in new ones. there. There. There's an old one there. Yeah, we started off with some old bolts to align the flywheel up.
Got through the last one because I've got a new one.
There's another one. There you go. And now all new. Yeah. Here we go. All new bolts, and now I'm just gonna go and grab my torque spec. Right, we just got our new clutch out. What I've done, I've torqued the flywheel bolts to 45 Newton meters of torque. Then I've done an additional 65 degrees. I forgot my crisscross patterns. I just did it in any angle. I torqued them all. Then I just gave it a bit of a quarter of a turn on the ratchet. Then pretty much there you go. We're now going to call that done. And now we've got the flywheel bolts all torqued. We're now ready to put the clutch in. Again, there's going to grab some paper towels here, and we're just going to clean that disc. And actually here is where we need to use a clutch alignment tool. I've got a new clutch alignment tool here. It does come with a spline set in it. And for this, there is a spline, but it's not going to fit our smaller clutch. It'd fit the original clutch, but not the clutch I'm putting in, it won't fit on this. Just cleaning that, and actually, yes. Yeah, turn it in here. Yeah, just remove that entirely. Yes, then you take the previous attachment off. There is 3 size attachment. I think it's the middle, that's the biggest attachment, which would be for the 23 spline clutch. So yes, that's the medium piece. So yes, you push that in. And then you set that in. So yes, now the clutch. Yeah, make sure you have clean hands. Yes, I've used carb clean here because I don't have any brake clean left. They'd pass you the clutch disc. Oh, I'm just trying to. So.
Flywheel side.
Yeah, flywheel side, face it out. Trying to centre this. Just need to snug it, and I'm trying. He's gonna help here. Yeah, just snug it underneath till it actually grips the clutch. Right. Do you think that's gripping?
Yep.
Is that centered now?
Well, look at you.
You're just pulling it to center it.
That's it. Oh, it's a bit out there actually.
Yeah. Here you go. Yeah. So right, there's the flight wheel, and I'll grab the bolts. I take it are down. That's a bolt hole. You've got a hole. No, you're not. Like, you're lined up now. Yeah, they're all lining up. There are 23. There we go, that's our clutch. You just have to center it on the dowel pins until the holes line up, and that will make your life easy. Pass me the bolt. I won't remove the tool until it's all snugged up. Right guys, for our new clutch I'm going to use a medium strength thread lock, Loctite. Only medium, I don't use high strength here. That's enough. I put probably a bit too much. And I'm just going to do all the others and I'll be back. Right guys, I've snugged all the pressure plate bolts up. Now it's time to remove our clutch alignment tool. And there we go. We're nice and centered with the crankshaft. We look dead straight in the end. And there it is. When you snug, you can remove your clutch alignment tool. And now we're done. And I'm just going to pack away my alignment tool in case I ever need this again in the future, guys. Right, guys, just a quick note. This is just obviously I'll just cut out the video here, but I did torque the pressure plate bolts up afterwards. So the bolts to the flywheel on the pressure plate, I torqued them to 25 Newton meters, which is 18 foot-pounds. So yeah, don't worry, I did torque them up. So yeah, torqued them to 25 Newton meters with medium strength thread lock, so to make sure those bolts will not back out when in use. Now let's get back to the video. Right guys, the final piece is we're going to just do the slave cylinder. So here, it's a little boot. I'm just going to pull that off. And that will expose a clip, which will take that end piece off. And this is the bleed screw. It actually looks like this one might be leaky, so I think this one could be broken, so I'll probably take the one from my other box that I'm using. So here, there's a little clip to pull out. And when that's off, don't lose it. And the end piece will pull off. Yeah, mine's just all seems to be leaking. So I will probably use my other one. Whoops. Bit of brake fluid leaked on that one. And yes, guys, now that's off. When I can find my size, I'm just going to pause to find out for these 2 bolts to pull this cylinder off. Now, just 2 10mm bolts. Just going to crack these loose. That's that one, just crack the bottom one loose. And then out they come. The casing on this one's in good nick. Either that or this ain't the original box, one of the two. Don't look like it is. From everything I see, it looks quite no, and we got possibly a good box here. Hopefully it's better than the box I had. That's all my hopes are. And then when you're done, it pulls right out. And now you can check the play of the inputs are. Nothing. That's really good. Good seal. So now I'm just going to go and grab my new slave cylinder and I'll be back. Right, got the new slave cylinder. So yes, take the yellow cap off it. On the install. And yes. Something else it does need is the boot from the old. There you go. So then there's a bottom one, top one in, bottom to go. And then on the outside, you then when you're done, there's a little clip which I'm just going to pop on. Yeah, I'm just going to pull while I just push that clip on, just so I'll make sure I get it in right. Right guys, just another little cut in after I've just pushed that slave cylinder on. I did snug the slave cylinder bolts up with a 3/8 ratchet. I pinched them right up before I put them on. I forgot to put Loctite on that, but I don't think the gearbox is a very high vibration area, so it hasn't given us any issues so far. Though, all I did is I really did pinch it right up with the ratchet. I did forget to film it, but I did pinch it up. So yeah, it is all okay on there. And then now after we've done that, it's now time to put the transmission back in the car. Here's a little overview of reinstallation. Obviously start off by putting the transmission back in is what we're doing. Then we're going to... Right guys, I've just got the gearbox to click on. I've put a few bell housing bolts in. I'm just going to connect my slave line right here. There you go. When you push that slave, make sure it actually clicks on. Right guys, another quick step for you guys. With the slave cylinder line, make sure you push it till it clicks. Yeah, I just weren't quite sure of this, so I thought I'll just add that one quick step in for you. Push the line on the slaves until you hear a solid click. And you push in the little tab in, like the injector clip. I did forget to push my line in, and I pushed it in, and I gave the line a good job. I gave it a pull test, because yeah, push it till it clicks, then you push your locking clip in. I hope that quick little tip there helps. Oh yeah, you got to put the bolts in. Right, just gonna quickly push that in place. And now just attach that up there. Now I'm just trying to get the knuckle back in. Now on goes the brake disc. Now on goes the brake caliper. There we go. Now just put the bolts in. Bottom. Obviously make sure they're all snug. Now in goes the airbox. Now I'm just going to pump some fresh gear oil straight into the transmission. Put it in. Obviously I replaced my transmission. But even if you're reusing your gearbox, yes, you'd still pump fresh oil in the gearbox. Now, right guys, on goes the cross brace across the top. And obviously I bolt it all down, bolts in. Now in
Right,
goes
guys.
the battery.
Now I'm going to
Push it
slide my
across,
battery
connect
over
positive.
to the near side. I'm going to go and grab... And I'm
I
going to put
actually had my
vent
battery
in.
out the car, so I'm putting my vent back
Where the
in.
vent hole is, right there.
Now just snug the hold down back on the battery. Snug the positive up. Now put the ground
and
back on,
then
negative
right on,
lead.
ground goes.
Snug it up. Right guys, we're going to end off this video, and the clutch has been working really well. And yes, a little note to add, when you put a new clutch in, there is a 500-mile braking period, so don't drop the clutch, don't drive aggressive, just sort of drive normal, but don't go beat on the clutch and launch it from a standstill. And yes, just, you'd want to, you can slip it a little bit, but you don't want to be too baby it too much, and you don't want to be too aggressive on this new clutch. And yes, for the slave cylinder, I was a bit short of battery when I did the slave cylinder. So the way I bled my slave cylinder is I got a little hose on a syringe. I undone the bleed screw on the slave cylinder, the little one on the gearbox, undone that, put a hose on it and forced the brake fluid into the slave cylinder. So yes, pretty much I forced it all the way back up to the master cylinder. It also did force it in the slave cylinder, so I got all the air out of it. Then obviously after that, I pretty much got rid of all the air in the system. It actually took about 2 tries. Then it was all gone. All the air was sorted. And the clutch is insanely light. It's very light. It's probably the lightest the clutch has ever been. This car used to be absolutely tiring to drive. The clutch in it was very heavy before, but it's nice and light now. So obviously that sums that up. So we're going to end off this video. And if you found this video helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content like this. And share this video with your family and your friends. And have a nice day.